Hello, rockers! Here we are with a new playlist. This time we are heading towards C1, C2 picture descriptions. Have a look. What can you see? What do you interpret from a picture? Remember to express your emotions and everything. All the details that you can mention. Okay. Are you ready to go? Yes.
C1,
Let's go.
C2 picture description with idioms, advanced vocabulary, and natural speaking style.
Okay.
At first glance, this image portrays a bustling pedestrian street in what appears to be a modern shopping district at dusk. The atmosphere is lively and dynamic, with several adults casually strolling along while looking at their smartphones. What immediately catches the eye, however, is the little girl standing in the foreground. She seems to be the focal point of the scene. Dressed in smart casual clothes and carrying a handbag, she appears unusually mature for her age. She is holding a tissue to her nose, which suggests that she may be upset, crying, or perhaps suffering from allergies. Beside her sits a fluffy ginger cat, calmly gazing toward the camera. The cat's relaxed demeanor creates an interesting contrast with the girl's apparent discomfort. In a way, the cat seems completely unbothered, as if it doesn't have a care in the world. Meanwhile, the adults in the background appear absorbed in their own conversations and mobile devices. This detail may symbolize how people are often glued to their screens and fail to notice what is happening right in front of them. The image could therefore be interpreted as a subtle commentary on modern society and the growing sense of disconnection between generations. The lighting is particularly striking. The warm, golden sunlight casts long shadows across the pavement, creating a cinematic atmosphere and adding depth to the composition. The photographer has clearly placed the girl front and center, ensuring that the viewer's attention is drawn directly to her. From a symbolic perspective, the image might suggest that children are sometimes left to fend for themselves, while adults are preoccupied with their own concerns. It could also highlight feelings of loneliness, vulnerability, or emotional neglect in an increasingly digital world. Overall, the picture is both visually appealing and thought provoking. It tells a story without revealing all the details, leaving the viewer to read between the lines and draw their own conclusions.
Okay.
Useful C1, C2 idioms and expressions.
Go.
Idiom, expression,
And
meaning. Have a care in the world. Have worries or concerns. Not have a care in the world. Be completely carefree. Be glued to your phone. Constantly look at your phone. Read between the lines. Understand hidden meaning. Front and center. In the most noticeable position. Fend for oneself. Take care of oneself without help. Stand out from the crowd. Be easily noticeable. Steal the spotlight. Attract all the attention. Paint a picture. Describe something vividly. Tell a story. Convey meaning without words. C2 examiner style interpretation. Beyond its surface appearance, the image may serve as an allegory of contemporary life. The child, isolated despite being surrounded by people, could represent emotional vulnerability in an era dominated by technology and consumerism. The adults, engrossed in their devices, seem oblivious to her presence, which may reflect society's tendency to overlook genuine human connection. Consequently, the image raises questions about empathy, attentiveness, and the unintended consequences of our increasingly digital lifestyles.
So, how was it? Have you understood everything? Yes? Well, remember there is a formula, okay, behind. We've got describing, speculating, interpreting, and evaluating, okay? And it's very important. I mean, first you start with the overall description, okay, with a general statement. Then you go to the details. You remember foreground, middle ground, background, okay. What else? We have the people and actions, obviously, physical descriptions, yes. And for example, talking about the cat next to the girl, the people behind her are not paying attention to her, speculating, please, she might be, she could be, it's possible that they seem to, okay. Then there's talking about the atmosphere and the mood, okay. Words like gloomy, all right. Thought provoking, I love that adjective. Nostalgic, all right. Then we've got colors, lights, composition. Remember what the photographer is telling us, okay. Now, relationships and emotions, interpretation and symbolism. This is good. This is gold. Practice that. Yes, you move beyond what you see. So we have three questions to analyze. For example, what message does the image convey? Important. What social issue might it represent? What could be symbolic? All right. A personal reaction, obviously, giving your opinion, talking about attention, technology, emotions, interpretation. So, again, let's come back to the formula: describing, speculating, interpreting, and evaluating. All right. Well, and that's it. There's not much to go for. But, well, the idea is that you need to practice. So take notes, write it down. Why don't you practice with your own thing and then compare the script? Okay. Well, and we are here to help you. So if you've got a question, don't hesitate to ask us. And let's practice, because remember that, for example, in our conversation clubs, when we have the book clubs as well, and in every class, we've got pictures to describe. And the more details, the better, okay? So let's rock our English. We are welcome here whenever you need us, okay? So again, if you have a question, don't hesitate to ask us, okay? To ask us. So remember, stay hungry, stay curious, stay tuned, and join us, okay? Keep rocking it. Bye.